Traffic in the year 2020. More and more vehicles run on electric power. The electric motors are located directly on the wheels, allowing new designs and sporty driving. Solar and wind power units deliver sufficient green electricity for the engine. In the cities, these units are integrated directly into buildings. With their quiet motors, electric vehicles not only change the sound of big cities, since their engine is no longer located under the hood, that leaves space for other things. And that's true of the car's interior as well. But until then, there's still a lot to be done. The high cost of batteries is the main reason electric cars still can't compete with conventional vehicles. In order to improve this technology, engineers at a Munich semiconductor company test lithium-ion batteries in special research vehicles. During test drives, they collect data for analysis in their own electronic lab. The researchers remove the battery unit for special testing.
We're examining ways to make electric lithium-ion batteries more efficient so they can be used in motor vehicles more economically.
To make expensive batteries pay for themselves, they have to store as much energy as possible, and that's exactly what these engineers are trying to do. A battery contains 60 single cells. The problem is production irregularities or aging processes mean that not all cells are identical, so they don't all store the same amount of energy. To prevent the cell with the weakest capacity from overloading and suffering damage, the flow of electricity is interrupted when it's full. That means the weakest cell determines the charging process. And the larger cells aren't full. To solve this problem, the Munich engineers have constructed a new electronic circuit. Their goal is to manage the charging process intelligently with the help of semiconductors, so the battery's full capacity can be used. Once again, the cell with the weakest capacity is fully charged first, breaking off the flow of electricity. But the battery also contains several coils surrounding an iron core. Electricity now flows from the weak cell into a coil. That creates a magnetic field. This energy-rich field spreads through the iron ore to the large coil. The electric current from the weakest cell is stopped. The energy of the large coil's magnetic field is transformed into electricity and flows into all the cells. This process of energy transmission is repeated until the weakest cell once again possesses enough free capacity. Now all the cells can be fully charged again. At the testing station, the battery with this active cell balancing technique does in fact store more electricity than conventional batteries. Now it has to prove itself on the road. The driver in the black shirt is using conventional technology. the one in the white shirt, the new technology. To ensure that each battery is used equally, both choose exactly the same route and, of course, they take the same curves as well. Off they go through Munich. In contrast to the combustion engine, the electric motor demonstrates full torque at lower engine speeds. After about 40 kilometers, the driver with the white shirt and the new system registers no performance loss. But the conventional technology is not up to speed. The new system not only stores more energy in the battery, it also gets more out of the battery. After 40 kilometers, the weakest cell is almost empty. To prevent it from determining and cutting off the flow of electricity, the current flows out of all the cells into the large coil. That creates a magnetic field that once again spreads through the iron core. The energy of the small coil's magnetic field is transformed into electricity that flows into the weakest cell. This process of energy transmission is repeated until all the cells have the same amount of energy again. The new electronic system can store more energy in the battery and use that energy to the full in the electric car. And it drives, and drives, and drives. After some 45 kilometers, the test drive is complete. The result? The electronic control alone has increased today's range by 10%. And that's not all. In cooperation with more than 30 partners, the Munich researchers are taking part in the E3 car project, which aims to develop components that get even higher mileage.
Im Projekt E3K werden
3-car project is developing electrical components and semiconductors that aim to make electric driving 35% more efficient. And the project itself will help electric cars enter the market more quickly.
Intelligent semiconductors are the key to competitive electric cars. If they boost efficiency by 35%, that might give electromobility the breakthrough it needs. And several floors higher and a couple of years later, it might even change more than the interior of electric vehicles. Quiet and clean electric cars might bring us all the way home. And while you're relaxing, you can tank up free of charge.